Everyone in the small town of Willow Creek believed they knew Daniel Harper. To them, he was just a quiet man in his early 40s who lived alone at the edge of town, worked night shifts at the old warehouse, and spoke only when necessary. He attended no social events, avoided conversations, and walked with a slight limp that no one ever asked about. People whispered about him. Some said he was arrogant. Others said he was hiding something dark. And they were right. Daniel was hiding something, but not the kind anyone imagined. Every morning before the town woke up, Daniel would sit on the wooden steps outside his small house, holding a faded photograph. In it was a smiling woman and a little girl with bright eyes and messy hair. He would trace their faces with his thumb, close his eyes and whisper, "I'm sorry." The truth was buried deep, so deep that even Daniel tried not to remember it. A town that judged without knowing. Across town lived Emily Carter, a school teacher known for her kindness. Unlike others, she noticed Daniel. She noticed how he always crossed the road to help elderly neighbors, how he quietly paid for groceries for people who were short on money, and how he always left flowers at the graveyard, at the same grave. Every single week, one rainy afternoon, Emily saw him standing outside the school, soaked, holding an umbrella he never opened. Curious, she approached him. "You don't have to stand in the rain," she said gently. Daniel looked startled, as if no one had spoken to him in years. "I'm fine," he replied softly. That was the beginning. Slowly, conversation started, short at first, then longer. Emily sensed pain in Daniel's eyes, a sadness that words couldn't explain. She never pushed. She simply listened. And Daniel, for the first time in years, felt seen. The past Daniel tried to bury. Years ago, Daniel was a firefighter, a hero. On one terrible night, a fire broke out in an apartment building. Daniel rushed inside without hesitation. Smoke filled the halls, flames climbed the walls, and people screamed for help. He saved many lives that night. But not all. On the third floor, he found a woman trapped with her little daughter, the same faces in the photograph. His wife Sarah, his daughter Lily. The building collapsed moments after Daniel reached them. Only Daniel survived. The town praised him as a hero, gave him medals, applause, and headlines. But Daniel knew the truth. He had made a choice. In that chaos, he had been given two directions, two cries for help, one from a stranger and one from his family. He chose to save the strangers first. By the time he reached Sarah and Lily, it was too late. That night destroyed him. He quit his job, left the city, and disappeared into Willow Creek, carrying a truth he believed no one could ever forgive. When the truth comes out. Years later, a fire broke out in Willow Creek's community center during a school event. Children were trapped inside. Without thinking, Daniel ran toward the flames. People tried to stop him. "You'll die," they shouted. But Daniel didn't care. Inside, he carried children out one by one, coughing, bleeding, limping, but refusing to stop. When the fire was finally out, Daniel collapsed. At the hospital, the truth came out. A former firefighter recognized him. The town learned who Daniel Harper really was. They also learned what he had lost. Some judged him harshly. Others finally understood. Emily sat by his hospital bed, holding his hand as he cried for the first time in years. "You punished yourself enough," she whispered. "The truth doesn't make you a monster. It makes you human." The hidden truth revealed. Daniel survived. This time, the town didn't see him as a quiet, broken man. They saw his pain, his sacrifice, his humanity. The hidden truth was never that Daniel was weak or cruel. The hidden truth was that sometimes the heaviest punishment isn't given by the world, but by our own hearts. And healing only begins when the truth is finally seen.